At the start of every year, I make a video where I look back a little bit on the previous year and then talk about my plans for the upcoming year. I'm with my wife Cassie and our dog Bowser. Where is he? Right there. He likes to roll around in the snow. Obviously 2020 was a pretty terrible year for a lot of reasons and for a lot of people. But as far as the SUV RVing YouTube channel goes, it was actually a great year. I started off 2020 at a bit over 20,000 subscribers and ended the year at 74,000. So it grew in size almost 4 times. And as far as travels go, it was a great year for that too. I traveled about 20,000 miles in my RAV4, drove about 20,000 miles, and that doesn't include the, I don't know, 3,000 or 5,000 miles I drove in those borrowed Suburbans. So a lot of traveling this year. I went to, I think, 13 different states, and that includes basically every state in the Western US apart from Washington. I did not go to Washington this year, and among those 13 states were 3 states that I had never been to before: Nebraska, South Dakota, and North Dakota. So that was a lot of fun. We moved in 2020 about an hour and 15 minutes up the road. So we're still in eastern Idaho, just a little bit farther north in eastern Idaho. Overall, we were lucky in 2020. It was a good year for our family, and I'm grateful for everything that happened, and grateful for the growth of the channel here. And I appreciate you guys watching and making that happen. So that was 2020. So what about 2021? What do we have to look forward to in this next year? Several things. First of all, I would like to do more tour videos, specifically of SUVs. So if you live in the Western US and you have an SUV that you travel around in, that you camp in, maybe even that you live out of, let me know. I will probably make it to your neck of the woods at some point in the next year or two. So head on over to suvrving.com and use the contact form on the contact page to shoot me an email, tell me where you are, tell me a little bit about your rig and about yourself, and hopefully we can make a tour video of that happen. I filmed a lot of rig tours back in January of 2020. I actually still have some of those that I still need to post, so I have a few more of those, and then apart from that, yeah, I would like to film some more, especially of SUVs. I guess COVID willing. 2021 might see a new vehicle enter our household. We already have 2 SUVs. I have a RAV4, my wife has a Toyota Highlander. We might get a third one. I'd like to get a third one, but it doesn't really make sense for 2 people to have 3 cars, apart from the fact that it's my job, you know, to go on trips in SUVs and make videos about it. So we'll see. I'd like to get something that's a little bit bigger and that is more off-road capable. So stay tuned for that. A new camera might also be in the works, because this camera that I'm using, the Canon M50, I like it well enough, but it's not good in cold weather. It's pretty warm right now. It's about 30 degrees, maybe about freezing. But if it's much colder than this, or if it's especially windy, this camera basically freezes up and it won't work. So I need to decide whether a new car or a new camera is on the docket for this year. Both of them probably won't happen, but I guess you never know. I'm looking at the Sony A series, so the A6400, 6500, those cameras. Let me know if you have experience with those and how they do in colder weather especially. I would like to do more midwinter adventures, more midwinter camping and everything, but it's hard with this camera to do that. In 2020, I launched my membership website called Adventure Know-How, where I have 2 bonus videos each month, and then where I have a map of all of my campsites that I've stayed at. Right now I'm going through the back catalog of SUV RVing videos and adding all locations to the map, not just campsites. Hopefully that'll be more or less done in the next, I don't know, 3 or 4 months, but it is coming along, and I really have appreciated the support there. That's a good way to support the channel if you want to throw a few dollars my way each month in exchange for some good content, if I do say so myself. I'm working on the 2nd edition of the SUV RVing book. That is an ongoing project that I started a couple months ago. I'm writing a chapter at a time and posting that to Adventure Know-How. I have 2 out of like 15 chapters done. trying to do one chapter every month or two, so not sure if that'll get done in 2021, but hopefully it'll be mostly done by the end of the year. And then I also have Kamchatka Gear, which is a website where I sell SUV, camping, and van dwelling and overlanding accessories. That site has been kind of out of commission for a good chunk of the year because I just don't have time to work on it and to make the products. And so one priority for the first handful of months of 2021 is to hire someone to make all that stuff for me. So be on the lookout for that, for the the cargo hammocks, the ceiling cargo hammocks that I make, and the mosquito netting and all of that good stuff. That'll hopefully be back in stock sometime in the next few months here. Well, case in point here, the camera died because of the cold. We're up at the top of the little mountain here. Give you a tour of what's behind me here. I had to hike up with the camera inside my down jacket here to hopefully try to warm it up a little bit. So again, not ideal situation here, but I think I was about to talk about my travel plans for the year. And I think the theme, if I had to choose one, is that I want to go to places that I either haven't been to before or that I've been to, but it was before I made videos and so you guys haven't seen them before. So namely Washington State. I think I've only made one video about Washington, which is a shame. I've actually done quite a bit in the mountains there, but again, that was all before I made YouTube videos. And then, let's see, Nevada, outside of Las Vegas, so basically central and northern Nevada. And then Colorado. I haven't spent a ton of time in the mountains of Colorado, and that's something I'd like to do. So I'm thinking maybe March or April for Nevada, and then probably May or June for Washington, and then August or September for Colorado. So that'll be a lot of fun. Those will be great trips. And then I'd also like to go somewhere farther afield, somewhere in the east, in the eastern part of the US. I probably won't drive there, but I'm thinking I'll probably fly in somewhere, rent an SUV, deck it out, make it suitable for camping, and then, I don't know, spend 4 or 5 days or a week traveling around to different states that I haven't been to, and yeah, having fun somewhere pretty foreign to me, actually. Well, it happened again. The camera froze up again, so I've switched over to my phone, put the microphone on the phone. We'll see if this works, but I know one thing you guys want to see more of in the videos, and one thing I'd like to show more of is Cassie. Have her be in the videos more, and Bowser too. Bowser's right here. You can't see him right now, but he's here. And so hopefully we can make that happen a little bit in 2021. She is going to school full time. Her job is not SUV RVing, unlike mine, so I can travel a lot while she can't really right now. But yeah, what are your goals for 2021?
I'd like to climb more mountains, so maybe that'll work out with your goal to show me more. And
we've been hiking up this mountain weekly for the past few weeks. This is the closest mountain to us. It's called our mountain, and yeah, we're in conditioning phase.
yeah, I need it. And I'd like to stay in school because every semester I don't want to go back, but I'm almost there. I just got to keep going.
And we already have a few trips planned with the three of us, me, Cassie, and Bowser. So they're not going to be huge trips. You know, she's not going to be in a ton of videos this year, but we'll try to get her in more trips and in more videos this year than last year. And then this year I'm expecting to hit 100,000 subscribers, which I am completely kind of blown away by. I did not think that would ever happen, but we're on track to hit that in, I don't know, sometime in the middle of 2021. So I'm really looking forward to that. We've been talking about what I can do to celebrate that and haven't really come up with anything good. One idea was for me to spend 100 hours straight in my car, and I think that could be an interesting video, but it would be absolutely brutal for me to film. And then it would be brutal for me to have to wade through the comments of people who are like, you didn't really stay in your car for 100 hours. I know you got out. And so that would just be kind of unpleasant all around. But yeah, let me know what you think. If you have ideas of things I could do to celebrate 100,000 subscribers, I'd love to hear it. And then really quick, as far as videos in the next couple of months are concerned, I went on a 10-day trip up the Oregon coast. So those videos will be covered here. It'll get us through, I guess, March, and then I guess we'll just have to see what comes after that. And then in general here, I guess closing out this video, yeah, let me know what else you'd like to see from me this year. What kind of videos do you want me to make? What kind of places do you want me to visit? What kind of tip and trick videos do you want me to cover? Is there anything you have questions about? Is there anything you'd like Cassie to cover maybe in a video? But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support in 2020. Thanks for your support in advance in 2021. We're gonna get out of here, gonna head down the mountain. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Be sure to check out Adventure Know-How, my new site, where you can gain access to a map of all of my free campsites, plus monthly bonus videos that you won't find anywhere else. Learn more at adventureknowhow.com. And for links to everything else SUV RVing related, visit suvrving.com. Links to these sites and more will be in the video description.